guys, welcome to the Cassette the Pen podcast. It's a podcast whereby you could... Did I say you could?
You did.
Okay, so podcast they talk about the art society, basically creative process, the pros and the con, what is, what was, and what will be. So basically, we're talking about art, both in the visual art aspect and also in the creative process. So you're welcome, guys.
Thank you.
So can you guys introduce yourself? Let's start with the last time I decided to do ladies first, and they told me no. So continue.
Men should come first. Sometimes.
Yeah, men should come first.
I'm Ahmed Mohammad Bello, also known as the Duke of Abuja.
Duke of Abuja.
Yeah.
Nice. So what does Duke of Abuja do?
Yeah, I'm a visual artist. I'm a writer. I'm also a presenter.
Great. Even from the voice, if you just know that. Yes. So, okay, we also have someone who's heard the voice already. So, what's your name?
My name is Ekene May. So interestingly, I like to be called May.
Okay.
Or Ekene May.
Ekene May.
Or
Funny enough, I call you Ekene May.
Like just Ekene May. I'm a visual artist. Some minutes ago, he was asking me what I really do or what my style is. So I like to say that my style is a representation of pre-colonial African masks, using a subtle style of impasto and having them in oversized glasses that represents different metaphors per time.
Yeah, so in the area of our audience that we have a lot of people who are coming new into the art space. So when you say impasto, what do you mean?
How do I explain impasto? Okay, so I'd like to first think that impasto means lots of colors, like a load of it, and then very textured. Yeah. So,
Okay.
And I think the texture can take different forms. So there are people who use knives in applying their colors.
Oh, so that thing that you put knives and you just be putting on canvas.
Yeah, and then you keep applying and everything.
Okay.
I use a brush.
Okay, so you use a brush for your
And
impasto.
it makes it very subtle.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I said you're a poet too.
Yes, I am a poet. I write. What else do I do? Photography. No, I don't.
So we have a presenter, we have a poet. So maybe before the end of the show, basically, you guys will
We
just...
could do a piece together.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so today we have, like the last time, we have a different topic where we have the privilege of having Uche Dobry. And we talked about the common mistakes that artists make, artists, visual artists, musicians, and basically. And today we want to talk about we're specific about the Abuja art space, basically. And we're talking about gatekeepers. Yes, gatekeepers.
Okay.
It's a touchy topic for a lot of visual artists. But let me ask, first of all, who is a gatekeeper? I will direct that question to Duke.
Oh. Okay. Gatekeepers are, you find them in different industries.
Okay.
Music, film, art. We're talking about art here. Gatekeepers are those people who decide who gets famous, who gets represented by a gallery, they're the people who decide what style, trends. They're the people who decide, what art gets sold. They're the people who decide what curator, represents a particular artist. So there are these people you have to go through to reach certain places. And we have lots of them.
We have lots of them. So if we were putting it in the music industry, like let's take the visual art industry in the music industry. We have someone like a label manager. Let's say like the way the Don Jazzy is now. So in the visual setting, those gatekeepers are people who can make you famous, like the way the Tunde Ednut is now.
Exactly.
So that gatekeeper posts your work or gives you a nice space for you to exhibit, curate, then automatically you blow, right?
Of course.
So we have them in the Abuja space.
We
them.
do.
We are setting up that. Okay. So I want to ask, basically, what role do gatekeepers play in shaping the art scene in Abuja?
Would you like
So
to answer
let's go.
I thought he was going to just
Let's go to me. What role do you think they play? Because he breaks it down to those that. So I want to draw from what Duke said. What role do you think they play?
I think it would probably be a summary of everything he said, which is defining who a gatekeeper is or who gatekeepers are. And it's basically what they do also in Abuja, which is to decide whose works get seen, who gets represented, whose art gets collected, who gets supported or even funded to do the work that they do, who gets to see opportunities at a particular time and, apply for them and, make it.
Okay.
So I'd like to think that that's what they do even in Abuja.
Right.
Yeah.
Are they, can you share an example of, positive interactions that you have had with gatekeepers that have helped you further your art career? Or let us say positive. Just give me an example, whether positive or negative. Let's just talk about it.
So I was going to say, if we're going to stick to the positives, it would probably be...
and you can mention their name in the positive. You could shout out to them.
It would probably be the masterclass I had last year,
Okay.
that was put together by Obinwegbe, his studio, and he also had other facilitators who came together. You're one of the facilitators as well.
Really?
Well, yeah. We're very, I think, really kind in the way that they presented or facilitated their workshops in teaching, to say, okay, this is how to go about it, this is what to do and everything. But when it comes to a not so positive experience, it would also be, again, another masterclass I had, which was this time around, it was 2022.
Okay.
No, it's 2023. It was the same program. So let me pick on the positive again. For last year, I didn't even have any business being a part of that masterclass.
Mm-hmm.
But because I would like to use Obi as a gatekeeper right now, I'd put up my work again, to participate in the masterclass. And I'd participated before, like I said. But he saw the work, or they went through it, or the judges, went through it and everything. And they sent me a message to say, I know you've participated before, but your work is good and we want you to come back. Wow. And for me that was really huge, right? And I think that there are probably some people who would have been like, no, you've done it before, you can't come back. So that's like about two positives. The negative. Okay. 2022. So I'm part of this masterclass, really just trying to find my way when it comes to creating my own style, and owning my style. Because I think it takes us a while to get to that point where we say, okay, this is my style. This is what I'm going to keep doing. And this person that I really consider a gatekeeper comes, he was also a facilitator. He comes for the events, handles his session.
Okay.
And like with every emerging artist, he gives this story of, I curated this person, I've been here, I've gone abroad, so we're all excited. And if he's a curator, now that he's going around and checking out people's works, just maybe he might just, pick interest in, you never know. And he comes to my work and he tells me, I'm too careful.
Okay.
Yeah, and because I'm very a year younger and really naive, I'm thinking, okay, maybe I need to be more careless.
Is he a year younger in the age of between you and the person telling you this, or a year younger in your
in my art,
okay,
in
let's get
my
that straight.
art, yeah. And I'm thinking, okay, I think I need to be more careless, right? So I usually like solid backgrounds. Solid. My impasto does not get my background. Whatever impasto I want to do, it should be on the figure. But my backgrounds, I want them clean. I want them solid. If it's white, let it just be white.
So that's your style.
That's my style. And I love it that way. And he tells me, I'm too careful. And I'm thinking, okay, I think he has more experience. So he's probably right. So I transfer my impasto and take it to the background as well. Okay, long story short, the work does not sell. That same year, there's a program at Scriptwriter and Ekene May. His organization comes to the same space to also exhibit some works. And then I see his work. And it is the cleanest, most careful work I have ever seen.
Okay.
And I'm thinking about it, I'm like,
so meaning he doesn't practice what he preaches?
Yes, why would you do that to me? So another thing he also did was tell me, you're a poet, I think you should write on your paintings. Like, I even find it difficult signing on my work. why would I write on my paintings?
Do you think signing on your work is, sorry for interjecting.
No, it's fine.
Do you think signing on your work is just your personal style? You want it to be a bit anonymous, or you want somebody to like be in tune to your art piece before they actually know the person behind the work?
I'll say that again. I don't understand the question.
Like you not signing on your piece, is it because you want you to like that anonymity? You're not, people don't really know the artist, but they can identify with the work. Let's say, for example, if you see a Bruce's work, Bruce on the back, you could easily identify even before you come close.
He doesn't have to sign.
He doesn't have to sign on it, right?
Yeah.
So do you want that kind of outlook?
No, I wasn't even in that space. For me, it was just the fact that having to like write takes me a while.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes me a while to write on canvas. Right.
Sure.
I'm faster when I have to like paint and everything. Yeah. So when he said you're a poet, there's this person who used to do it. Why don't you also do it?
Oh.
Yeah. And I thought, no, I don't want that to be my style. I want people to see my works and remember me, not remember somebody who used to do it. So I think I would like to say those are
negative.
Like, the negatives.
But actually, you've been doing a nice job, because if I see Ekene May's work anywhere, I will look at it and like, this is our work.
I've seen a lot of her work.
If someone else does it, I'll like, you're copying Ekene May. Seriously. So Duke, let's come to you. What are the positive or negatives? Basically, so gatekeepers. Let's bring it out there. They're not necessarily bad people, but in a way of trying to gatekeep, they can be some negative part of it. So we'd like to get some experience from you.
Well, for me, I haven't really had a first-hand experience, but I've seen a couple of friends who got discouraged. Some almost fell off because of gatekeepers. I have a friend, I want to mention his name. When we all started out, he got rejected by a lot of galleries. His works weren't selling. He wasn't appreciated. A lot of curators would tell him, no, you're doing pencil art, and his works were very good. But he had to leave the country. And right now, this guy is international. He's an international artist.
Wow.
This same gatekeepers want him back.
Don't mean it.
No.
You understand? Now they see value in him. They want him back. If you're mentioning artists in Abuja, you should mention him. But they all want him back. And I feel these gatekeepers are in different categories, And there are some that belong to associations. You understand? Some belong to associations like SNA.
Okay.
Some are just curators.
Sure.
That have carved a niche for themselves. That before you have access to certain embassies, you have to go through them. You understand? Some before you go for certain gallery, for certain exhibitions, if you don't belong to some associations
or like a clique
or certain cliques, you can't be part of them.
Wow.
And it also brings us to what we call outsider artists.
So is there a thing called outsider artists in Abuja?
There's a thing called outsider artists. These are self-taught artists.
Okay.
There's a difference between academic artists and outsider artists. So an outsider artist cannot fit into a circle where you have academic artists.
Okay.
Take for example, you have a group of ABU students. Tell you, I went to ABU and I was taught by this professor, and you have some self-taught artists who probably watched YouTube and started his art. You see that there's going to be a dichotomy.
True.
In terms of being able to relate, and there's also going to be some level of inferiority complex. Do you get? So except this artist is able to bring himself up, he might be get kept.
Yeah.
You understand? Because he may not be able to fit in. So that's another angle to it.
I personally have my own experience with gatekeeping personally, because as you're setting these criteria, I think I fall on the non-academic kind of.
Okay.
Me coming from a tech background, it wasn't really easy coming into the, let me quote unquote, Abuja art scene.
Okay.
But I met some people who were so straightforward in telling me that I need to do something in a certain way to fit in, and I need to go through them, basically. Okay. And for me, it's gatekeeping in a way. Why don't allow me to be expressive? If you want to critique what I do, then there should be like an iota of commendation. Then you critique. Then I know the angle you're coming from. Okay, guy, you're doing this very well. You need to work on this more. But some will even tell you, for me to come to your show, you need to pay me a certain amount. Wow. For you to get access into this hotel to do an exhibition, you need to go through this person. And it was like, why so much laws? Because this is not even happening in Lagos, right? Lagos is a community whereby you see people want to experience art, people want to experience new things. I think that's one of the reasons whereby in the Abuja art space, you go to exhibition, you see the same face over and over again.
Exactly.
You don't see new faces.
You don't see new faces.
Yeah, I think that's an experience. If we want to talk about the negative side, it's pretty long, but I know a lot of people want to share. We're hoping that they will share in the comment section after this, basically. So I want to ask, what are the barriers, basically? Ekene, I will put that question to you.
Yes.
What are the barriers that artists face when trying to break into the Abuja art scene? You've been in the Abuja art scene for a while.
Yeah.
You're also a member of FIAN.
Female Artists Association of Nigeria.
Great. And you guys are doing an exhibition pretty soon.
Yep.
Yeah. So what are the barriers that you feel artists in Abuja face breaking into the Abuja art scene?
I'm so happy that you directed that question to me because I couldn't wait for him to finish. When he was talking about, what was that term you called those that not studied art?
Non-academic.
Outsider artists.
Outsider artists, yes. So when it comes to Abuja, right, what I've noticed is there's first the academic artists,
okay,
and then the outsider artists. Now, even in the academic artists, there's still like the ABU artists, the Uniben artists.
Port Harcourt.
Then UNN.
Yeah.
So first of all, before you even wake up and say, "Oh, I'm an artist," you now have to start deciding where you fall, right? Which is, if I go to this particular gallery, would they listen to me if I tell them I studied in ABU?
Okay.
Yes.
So there's a thing like that.
Oh yes, there's a thing like that.
So there are galleries that associate with universities.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Yes, there are galleries.
That's a new one.
Yeah. So if you don't mention Uniben. So let's say 10 artists go to maybe submit their works to this particular gallery. So there's first, okay, let's remove, 3 did not study. Okay, you wait. 7 studied. Great. So out of the 7, who finished from Uniben? Oh, okay, Uniben, stay here. Oh, then the rest of you, okay. So let's do ABU and then UNN, right? And then interestingly, most times when you even come to conversations about who studied what and what school, there's that, do you know Professor Jerry Buhari? You know, and if you cannot have those kind of conversations, there's almost nowhere for you to start from.
Jerry Buhari has been a mentor to a lot of us. Even me, that I fall under the category of outsider artists too. So why should I think gallery should look at the work that the artist is bringing, not the.
Well.
So when it comes,
have you been a victim of that?
So let me explain it this way.
Okay.
Right? The way that I learned to paint, the person who trained me, I was trained because I didn't study visual arts.
Yeah, most of us were trained.
Yeah, so I studied English language. The person who trained me, right from when I was being trained, shared his experience when it comes to the gatekeepers and galleries accepting your work, and just the experience of whether being somebody who studied visual arts or someone who did not. So there's already that. Don't paint with a gatekeeper in mind.
Okay.
Yeah, just work as if there's nobody who's supposed to accept your work.
Paint for yourself.
Just create to make a name, create to get better at it, create to blow. Outside Nigeria. Also want to point or take from the example you gave of your friend who is a fantastic pencil artist, but nobody noticed until he left.
Yeah. Okay, now, so I will direct this question to Duke now. So what do you think are ways that artists could navigate these gatekeepers? Because, we have good gatekeepers. I won't call the person I learned from, I call the person a mentor, basically. But the person didn't really teach me art per se, because I would call myself a born artist, but I learned the business side of art through him, and he was very patient to teach me a lot. But just for the purpose of artists who are coming into the space, now we have a lot of digital artists. Digital art is a thing, but now it's having its own relevance in Abuja. But a lot of people who have been gatekeepers per se, who have been in the art space for a while, don't really pay much attention to the digital art. It's so far you're not using paint and canvas, it's not really important. Having that in mind, what are ways do you think that artists in Abuja could navigate these barriers and make people see their art and resonate with it?
Okay, first I must point out something. There's no harm in being a gatekeeper, so long as you use it for good. Good. Some people will call me a gatekeeper myself.
May just did when we're outside, they're calling you a gatekeeper. Yeah. But wait, before you dive into the question, why do you think May called you a gatekeeper?
Because she went through my profile and saw certain things that I've, collected some people's works. And
it's not certain things, though. It is that you own a gallery. That's why I called you a gatekeeper.
You've used the platform. So you've used your platform for good. That's what you're saying, right?
And I was able to encourage people, Before I started my show, even while I was at the gallery, I always make sure I, release videos talking about art, encouraging people.
There's something you did with Kelechi Urode's exhibition, and I don't think she paid you for that.
No, I just did it out of,
that's good gatekeeping.
Love for it. Any exhibition I go to, I always make sure I give.
That guy you did it for too.
Really, I always do that.
Okay, so let's talk.
So navigating through, these gatekeepers, one is try to make friends. Making connections, networking. So when you have, you see these cliques, make sure you have someone within that clique that is your friend, that gives you information, that tells you what is happening.
Yeah.
If not, you get isolated when you don't have friends, when you don't make connections. That's one. Two is writing emails to galleries. Like, you don't need, embassies don't collect money.
True.
For you to exhibit with them. So long as your works are very good, all you need to do is write an email to them. And so long as your works resonate with what they stand for, what embassies stand for, they'll take your works in and help you out if they're good. So don't stop writing to them. Don't stop writing to galleries. And also, you can start your own community. If you feel like you're being isolated, start your own community. Keep showing yourself. You see that you start to climb up the ladder. They'll notice you.
Yeah.
No matter how much they've pushed you away, so long as you make yourself relevant, you keep showing up, keep, producing art, you'll be noticed at all costs.
Right.
That's not arguable.
Arguable, not.
You must be noticed so long as you keep being persistent. I think those are ways to.
Now, so I want to leave the list of questions I already asked because this is becoming more natural. Now, I want to ask this question because coming from the Lagos art space and seeing what has happened there in the Lagos art space, I always wonder, in Abuja, we have the embassies.
Yeah.
We have the community. Aside from the cultural background and everything, because we have this different spectrum of collectors. You see the Muslim collector that will want more of abstract pieces. You also see other collectors that are in tune to sculptors and other things. But why do you think, although Abuja art scene is growing, but why do you think it's not growing as the way it should? I have my own personal preservations, which I would like to share, but I would like to hear from you guys. Why do you think it's not growing the way it should? Because if you have gatekeepers, which also have the good side and also the bad side of it, there's supposed to be a good growth. Yeah. So what do you think is that thing? You're not making it grow.
You want to answer
So
that?
I know that you mentioned the Abuja art scene, but then just thinking about it, I feel like there are more instances when it comes to maybe content creation and maybe filmmaking as well. And I can almost say that all of these, they're all related because it's all art.
Yeah.
So there are people who actually, in fact, before 2023, before 2024, I can't count the number of times I've been asked to move to Lagos.
I've been asked to come back to Lagos.
Exactly. So you might even start making it here in Abuja, and people are telling you, I think you should just go to Lagos because you have more opportunities there. It's better off there. You have more people who are interested in your art and everything. So first of all, I think there's that exodus of talents when people are talented.
I like the word exodus.
Yeah, they just move to Lagos and then it keeps getting better there. I know somebody, I know a skit, I wouldn't call it a skit maker, content creator, who started in Abuja. He moved last year. And when I found out he moved to Lagos last year, I'm just like, but it's fine.
I'm thinking of Salem. I'm even thinking of Salem King, as you're even saying it, because Salem King started from Abuja.
It's actually Salem King.
So is it like everybody? So Salem King is a content creator.
Yeah.
So do you mean that everybody that wants to make it, once you just make a small name here in Abuja, you should now move
to Lagos?
Like people used to say, now meow. Now move to Lagos. Or can't we make the Abuja art scene or creative scene more better? We're having Odumodu Black making a name himself here.
Okay. I mean, as much as we might also think about the Lagos scene and feel that it's probably saturated, right? And you just like, there are too many people there already. Why don't you just stay in Abuja? I don't know if it's the culture in Lagos.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the vibe in Lagos. I don't know if there's just that. I don't know if it's also how they're.
Is there a oneness?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. So I feel like in Lagos, everybody just knows we are here for the money. Just see, if you get number, give me. If you get contact, give me. I go pay you safe.
So there's a community.
They understand. Yeah, like everybody in Lagos just understand. See, we're here for the money. Let's just make it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I feel like so. I feel like Abuja is a little bit, let's be intellectual. How do we what does this really stand for? Like all those? There's just.
I just see Duke smiling. I think Duke have a lot to say.
Well, yeah, I think Lagos is a place for hustle.
Okay.
And naturally, Lagos is a creative place. And you find out that most legends we have all sprang up from Lagos. Fela, like that. It's naturally a creative space. And because of the hustle spirit, once you're a creative, it blooms.
Yeah.
Abuja is a political space. Everything here is politicized. You have to know this person, know that person. In Lagos, I don't think...
If you're good, you're good.
You're good. They recognize raw talent and you bloom quickly. Here, you need to know someone. Everything here is politicized, and that's why these gatekeepers function negatively here.
Sorry for cutting in, and then just to add, besides the fact that there's that, you need to know someone. So Abuja people do not even send you, even if you've made it.
True.
So that's a good side of it.
So literally, Abuja people can walk. I've walked past Ramsey Noah in Transcorp Hilton, and I did not raise my voice.
I can't do that.
I did. So wait now, wait.
You have pride.
Wait, it's not pride. It's the Abuja spirit.
It's just the way
it's the way Abuja is.
Jimmy was once my neighbor. I didn't give.
Wait. I'm proud. Were you not just telling me that you still play ball with Odumodu Black?
Because I see him as a regular guy when he never
a Lagos person will take pictures, make videos every Saturday.
And that's how they promote themselves.
Yes.
So. Okay. Let me pause. Let me get my words right.
Oh, okay.
So the reason why why will you mention Ramsey Noah that I saw in a filling station and I just opened my mouth. See,
I wouldn't say anything if I say him.
It's Abuja.
If he doesn't keep his face for me to say hello, if he doesn't look friendly, I will walk past.
But you know, in Lagos, they'll almost mob him.
They'll do, oh my God.
Do you understand? That's Lagos for you.
For years.
Why is it like that? Is that with the form?
Abuja people, they form, sha.
If you form, we're going to form. If you form, we're going to form.
Who you help?
So Jamaica was my neighbor in Sunnyvale Estate for a long time, and when he first got into the estate, guys wanted to relate with him, but he was so proud, and it got to a time he walks alone. Nobody even says hello to him.
Some of these people, it's not like
I
like
don't
me
know.
proud.
Yeah, I don't think
Their association, they need to watch it because
yeah.
all these blogs are ready to pick news about them,
course.
basically, right? So most times we misinterpret. You go soon blow now. When you blow now, you go understand. I think they talk now. You go soon blow.
I'm down to earth.
I know. When you have one or two experience and you so basically, so there's something I noticed about in comparison with the art scene, coming back to what we're talking about, the art scene and the Abuja scene, is, I mentioned it before. If you go to exhibition, you see new faces. For example, if Ekene May want to do an exhibition and she invites me as an art enthusiast, I want to invite someone that's not an art enthusiast to come and experience that environment, right? So if I'm going, I'm bringing someone new, right? So when you come in, you know me already, but you're seeing someone new. Hi, meet my friend. And you guys connect. Community begins to grow.
Yeah.
But one thing I noticed about in the Abuja space is that you go to exhibitions and you see the same face again and again. I bet you that exhibition people are doing, 99 of the people are people you've seen again. You will not see any new face. And they're so big in not looking at the art pieces. Sorry, Abuja community. They will not even buy your brochures.
I wish I could give you a handshake for what you said.
But they will just drink your drink and go home. So this is two things. I remember when I curated an exhibition for an artist, and I told him, I've studied Abuja community, and this is what they do. They will come, drink your drink,
eat your cake,
and go and take pictures. The best you could do is to tag you, which is actually good in a way.
Yeah.
So this is what I want you to do. Most times they will make an excuse when they see a big piece. Wow, this piece is so lovely, so nice, but it's very big. I can't have a space for it in my house. When you have a big piece, do a small piece. If they don't want to buy the big piece, to buy the small piece. You understand? And sell your brochures. Sell your brochures because you use money to print them.
True.
So if they pay for the brochures, they'll value it more, and they want to show someone who can be a prospective buyer or collector. I'm still using the word collector because it takes a long period of time for you to be a collector. Yeah. So that is one thing I noticed about the Abuja community. And another thing too is that what you said, for Abuja here, we too deform, right? Yeah. There are some artists, let me go back to the artist side now. There are some artists that they never reach anywhere to, they don't deform because of the aura they meet already. I don't want to associate. No, see me finish. And do you think what are the things that we could copy from the Lagos community? Because when you were talking about Salem King left, I know a lot of people that advised me to leave. Now when you were saying, I was like, that all those songs they would do one more. I was like, if I know I would have left too, because most of my guys who left are doing big.
They're doing well.
Yes, you understand. So is that the hope for the Abuja community to grow, to be better? Because in Abuja there's no traffic. You can go to 5, 4, 6 events in a day.
Yeah.
But in Lagos, one event per day. But they are still making it. So what are those things that you think, because whether you like it or not, you guys are the next generation of the lawmakers in the art sector.
Gatekeepers.
You understand? Gatekeeper. I don't want to use the word gatekeepers though.
It could be positive too.
Well, positive gatekeeping.
Artists,
So what do you think are the things that you guys we could do in the Abuja community? Some of the things we could copy, and in computer terms, copy and paste here in Abuja that could make it be what it should be.
One thing I would say is be honest. Lagos people are very honest with themselves.
Good.
Like they show themselves for who they are. In Abuja here, just like you said, we love to form. Everybody wants to act like, I'm cool. I'm the next super cool kid. I've done this. I've exhibited there. I've sold my works abroad. So don't look down on me. And we start to carry ourselves like there's some super artists. And I don't think they do that in Lagos. They're very down to earth. You tell your fellow guy, dude, I need to do this. I need a contact to this person. Help me. I don't have it. But here, everybody wants to act like I've made it. I don't need you. So if you don't ask for help, nobody's going to help you. Except you are very honest about yourself and you ask for it.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's one thing we need to do here, which we don't have. And because of the climb here, everybody wants to form. I'm a big boy. I know politicians. I know the top
You
people
do
here.
big
So,
boy and you're staying in a
you know,
BQ somewhere in Guarimpa.
you know, you don't have so much, but you want fake life.
True.
That's what I should just call it.
I think even myself, as I came to Abuja, I've imbibed that fake life.
Lagos does not afford you to do things like that because you'll suffer.
No time.
You understand? And I think we need to do that. Then you also mentioned something about people coming to exhibitions and taking pictures and taking drinks. The truth is, there's no, in as much as we have community hangouts for creatives, we have so many events going on almost every month. You know, I don't think that culture is there for people to appreciate art. I always say this everywhere. 80% of people that come to exhibitions come there to take pictures, to create content, and go home.
Okay.
To be honest, if you're organizing an exhibition, put in mind the kind of people you're inviting to your exhibition. I know people who send me DMs and they'll be like, Ahmed, please, whenever you're going for exhibition again, please take me with you.
Just for content.
Bro! And it annoys me. Like, you think I'm going there because I don't have what to do. I just want to go there.
You're going there to come with your voice and do, hello,
You know,
I'm here to...
If I don't have passion or I don't have love for art, you wouldn't see me in such a space. And I'm not going there to...
Selfie.
You know, even though these people with style promote art, but they don't know what they're looking at. There's this lady that made a content recently, Hawa, on Instagram, about dating an artist, having an artist's boyfriend, and, you know, not knowing how to relate.
Pointillism and everything.
You know, and I could relate to what she was saying.
I thought she was talking to me because I've done that to someone.
Yeah. You are talking about art and the person you bring to an art exhibition doesn't even know what to look at or how to relate to the artwork or how to appreciate it. These are things people need to be, taught about. They need to know the value of art itself.
The value, yes.
Yeah.
Because I think. Sorry for interrupting. Because I think that's like, there's a knowledge gap.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know? So it's why people would come for your exhibitions and just want to take pictures. And just want to create content because they don't even know what they are looking at. They don't even understand the art itself. There are people who don't even love the paintings.
But they're just there for the drinks.
There was a friend who she needed to meet me up to make a delivery. This was last year, and it was her first time in a gallery. Like first time. And this person is not 20. She's not 25.
30-something.
You know. Maybe in her late 20s, but that's the thing. There are people I don't even. If you check the number of people who not just love art, not I just like to see what a painting looks like, but really want to collect it. The number when it comes to Lagos and Abuja is.
So you could say we have more collectors in Lagos.
We have more lovers, more people who appreciate, and then more collectors as well. We have collectors in Abuja.
So I think we need to change that.
And there's something I want to add to what you're saying. Because we don't have value for art, we've started corrupting these white people. I'm going to say this.
Okay.
So, I used to be of the opinion that whites appreciate art and they could pay anything for art. But in Abuja, they've been corrupted. So, I sold some artworks to some white guys late last year. And it was hell. They were pricing artwork like they were pricing tomato. You know, and they'll tell you, this one I bought it for 150,000. You know, from some artists. I don't know if these guys sell art so cheap to them. I don't know if they don't know the value of the art or the art or the white guys were lying. But I saw these guys' artworks and they shouldn't be nothing less than 800, 900,000. But these guys said they bought for 150,000. And you see them pricing art. And I tell these guys, if you know value of art, you wouldn't be pricing it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't price art because art is priceless on its own. And this is an Abuja, culture of saying, if you know you want to sell to me, think about it, you could sell for
So they're coming from the angle that they're doing you a favor.
Like they're doing you a favor. And I've seen a lot of white guys doing that. I don't think they will do that in Lagos.
I think we need to change the narrative basically. But anyway, everywhere has been really intense, back and forth.
I just want to add something else.
Okay.
Besides the fact that there's a knowledge gap when it comes to people who whether appreciate the art or collect the art, I also think there's a knowledge gap when it comes to even the creatives themselves.
Yeah.
True.
A lot of creators or creatives rather, a lot of artists. There's like, I just think so in Abuja there's that. Once I don't blow, anybody they call, na sabi.
Oh.
Nobody looks like. A lot of people do not look back, to say,
no trajectory.
What do I teach this person who's coming up? We don't create spaces where we teach people, how to tell their story. Why do they create what they create? How do they price their work? So that I can't start painting 3 years into the art and want to sell like Jacqueline.
Yeah. She's put in the work.
She has put in years. So I need to know that. I need to understand that. I need to be like, the truth is, there's so much that I know about art. I know about myself as an artist that I had to work to find out. Nobody taught me. Nobody said, okay, no, if you're selling, if this is 2022, you can sell your work at 100. When you get to 2023, you can then make it 300. When you get to 2027, maybe you can put it at 1 million, 1.5.
So there's a
because
progress.
Now you have something to say.
Yeah.
No, like nobody teaches you that, right?
Yeah.
People get to a point where they sell for 10 million, 15 million. They don't look back to say, okay, there's somebody who's selling at 50, and encourage the person to sell at 50. They start telling you, don't you know do you know the worth of your work? Do you know you're not supposed, like, okay, so let me give an instance. There was a time, maybe 2021, I made this piece, and when I was asked how much it was, because I used it, so the same piece was, I needed to create content for a particular space or organization, and they needed an artist to act and everything, so I used my painting. So there was this conversation we had even before the entire recording started, and the person said, how much is this work going for? And I said 40,000. And I was like, 40,000 naira. I know somebody who creates something smaller, but it's 200K. And I'm like, hey,
value.
Jesus, who am I? What do I do? What do I know? So after that conversation with the person, a lady comes in and I tell her about it. She was like, but who are your target audience? Because if you say your work is 200K and your target audience can only afford 40,000, then you're going to be doing yourself a disservice.
Yes.
So for me, it was just the knowledge gap at that point. And I sold the work for 40,000 naira, and I'm happy I sold it at 40 because I needed it to sell at 40 at that point.
40,000.
Do I still sell my works at 40? No.
You've grown.
I've grown. In fact, before now, I used to think, oh, I need somebody to show my work. I need somebody to have an exhibition. I did not have a story to tell. I didn't even have a philosophy. It's not that I have art philosophies. I have something to say with my work. Remember telling you I brought down a post because I changed the painting and retitled it. There was something else I had to say about it, right? So for me, I think there's that gap when it comes to teaching artists how to value their work, when to value it, what value to place on it. If you sell your work at 100K at a particular time, it is fine. If you get to a point where your work now sells for 800, by all means sell it for 800. If you now grow and your work now sells for 2M, put it at 2M. But we need to understand where we are per time and what we're saying. What are we telling? I like when you said you're working on a piece or a collection called Identity Crisis. I'm like, wow, that's fantastic. Because there's something you're saying.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. And it's been a mouthful. And I'm privileged to sit in the presence of people that are not selling their work for 40K anymore.
Nope.
Yeah. So.
Can I add something?
Okay,
Yes.
do.
People are watching, right?
Yeah.
I just want to. There's something I need people to understand, that art is a business, just like real estate is.
Yeah.
And
One of our guests said it last week.
if people don't know that there's money in this thing, that it's a business, it's like you're selling properties, it appreciates.
You're
Yeah.
selling more than properties,
You
but
know.
you're selling your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you can buy an art piece, if you know, as a collector, if you're not a collector yet, you can be a collector today. You know, collect artworks, know the value of the artwork, sell it to someone higher than you. And this is a culture they have overseas.
It's a business.
It's a business.
Yeah.
Someone collects art today and it sells it double the price in the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Another person picks it up and it keeps moving from person to person. And that's how
it's like gold.
It's like gold.
It's like gold.
You know.
Sorry to add, it's just so presently, was 3-4 days ago, my mentor gifted me 2 art pieces. This is the first time he's gifting me a work by Adeshola Toyinbo, and the piece is dated 2006.
Wow.
I saw the piece and I took it to him, and a friend of mine came and saw this pen and said, "Wow, Emmy, you don't amount. You must sell these things." I said, "No, not yet. Not yet. Let me put it in my house.
Yeah.
I'll take pictures with it. People will come and see it. Then later I can decide to sell." I remember when I bought a bruise work when I was 7, and I gifted it to my dad. Now I want to take it back, and my elder brother was telling me, "No way, put it in my house." I said, "I was the one that bought it for Dad." He said, "No, I've inherited it."
Wow.
You see, so there's a value in it.
Yeah.
People don't even know they could steal artworks here because they don't know the value.
Please
Overseas,
don't say
I'm just telling you, they don't know there's money. And that brother comes to your house, he doesn't know he should steal artworks.
Yeah.
He's going for, where's your ATM card? He could steal artworks and
You
sell.
watch Money Heist, and we see people steal those things. And
It's a knowledge gap.
but we're not yet to encourage people to steal, actually. So, so we have a segment whereby we just want to end the segment with a little bit of winding down, and we'll ask you some questions that you could basically tell us more about you, so that people who are listening should know more about you. So we'll start with the guy first, but this time we'll start with the ladies first. So prepare your mind for this. So, Ekene May, if you could have a dinner with any artist, living or dead.
Jacqueline, sorry.
I've not finished the question now.
Go ahead.
Who would it be and why?
Oh yeah, Jacqueline, sorry.
And why?
Okay, so the same way that I love Beyonce for being very
Everybody loves
hardworking.
Beyonce.
No, I love Beyonce for the hard work.
Okay.
I love Beyonce for diligence.
Okay.
You know, I love Beyonce for working 6 months before Super Bowl, having an event and then working 6 months to prepare for that. It's also the same way that I really appreciate the kind of work that Jacqueline puts into creating what she does, you know, and working excellently as well. So yeah, it will be Jacqueline.
I'm a fan of Jacqueline, but I never want to say it in her front because I'll start seeing her differently. So keep her in a distance. Okay. Yeah, so Duke, your turn.
My turn.
So we have 3 questions. So one, then you share the both. So I'm asking you your own question.
Okay.
So Duke, imagine you are a character in a famous painting. Which painting would it be? And what would you be doing?
Oh. What painting would it be? Let's see. Let's say The Last Supper.
What character will you be? Jesus.
Not even John.
Or say Judas. Anyway, so thank you very much. So let's ask the last question. So you get to share the answer. So we're coming back to you.
Okay.
So you also prepare your answer for that question too.
Okay.
So if you could magically acquire one skill or talent from any artist, who would it be?
One skill or talent.
From any artist, who would it be? Please don't say Jacqueline.
No. Steven Spielberg.
Why?
Yeah, his ability to tell the kind of stories that he tells.
Did you just copy my answer?
Why would I copy your answer? You love Steven Spielberg too.
Who doesn't?
Okay, so literally Back to the Future 1, 2, 3 changed my life. So there's no way I would not love Steven Spielberg.
I think we'll have a conversation for that later. So Duke.
Me, I'll bring it home.
Okay.
If I were to, learn something from an artist, that would be Barry Yusufu.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's my friend. And I've mentioned him somewhere.
Yeah, I know. When you,
I love the guy. He's a very good friend. I love his story, and I love how his works have evolved. Now he does this bronze thing with his characters. You know, they're black people, but their skin is bronze.
Okay.
I tried it, but man, it's still not like his own. If I were to learn something from him, that's what I want to learn.
That's what you want to learn from him. I hope they all listen to this. Jacqueline and Yusufu. Spielberg. Wow. Let me suck that in. So thank you very much, guys, for coming to the Cassette and the Pen. As I said, it's talking about the creative space, the pros and the cons, what was, what is, and what is to be. So thank you very much, guys. Duke of Abuja.
It's a pleasure.
Ekene May. Thanks very much. Hope you guys have a nice time.
Of course.
Yep.